You're listening to the smartest guys in marketing, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, conversions, and marketing coolness. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
Well, what's up, everybody? Hopefully you can hear me. Hey, I'm in my beautiful office here in Nashville. This is my favorite weather of all time. You can't really see it, but it is kind of overcast. There's a chance of rain this afternoon, but it's not raining yet. It's my best, most creative weather of all time. My wife hates it. She's like, I just love the sun. Chris loves the sun. I love the clouds. Don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I'm more artistic than I think. It's a good season for TF. It's a good season for our clients. We just had our lead event a couple of weeks ago. Had about 60 people in town here in the beautiful city of Nash Vegas. And I'm noticing that there is a consistent pattern amongst our clients. And we're going to be doing training next month. We'll announce it soon. When you have thousands of clients, you can actually dive into what is it that makes certain people successful versus other people who are less successful. And I can get into the nuances. Like I can get into what time do our most successful clients wake up in the morning? You know, what time do our most successful clients start working? How often do they work? How often do they have to present offers? What markets are they typically in? We have all of these things that we can use as a predictive tool to say, here's the likelihood of success if you do these things versus the likelihood of success if you don't. And there is a word that I'm about to share with you that just takes the cake, especially right now. If you possess this attribute, you are going to be successful. Whether you write copy for a living, whether you run ads for a living, whether you are a professional athlete, it does not freaking matter. If you possess the attribute of necessity, you're going to get what you want. I was talking to somebody who's a client yesterday morning, and he's struggling and he's having a difficult time, and he's surrounded by the same support and the same opportunity and the same access to money that everybody else is, but he's struggling. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, what would you rate your necessity as? Well, how much do you need to win? He didn't have an answer. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, your necessity is probably a 2 out of 10 right now. And the moral of the story, the reality for you is I see a lot of people who say nice things on the internet and they tell their significant other all of the things that they want to do. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, they don't need to win so badly that they will do anything for it. And there's a problem. There's a problem when your life is comfortable enough for you to not necessarily need to move. You don't necessarily need to advance. You don't necessarily need to break out of your comfort zone. And if you look at our salespeople, if you look at our operational staff, if you look at the things we're doing in real estate, I don't know exactly when this moment happened for me, but I know that at a certain point in my career, I became so obsessed with the process of growing that I need it more than I need to eat. It's like breathing. I have to move forward. I have to. It's just not okay to go month after month after month in the same spot. And so anyways, back to the story with this client. Yesterday I said, man, let's back you into a corner. You've already given us money. He got a client as soon as he came in. Fancy that. As soon as the money left his account, he got a return on that. And I was like, dude, here's what we need to do. Let's get a partner. And you're going to pay them money every day. You don't have X amount of consults on your calendar. And lo and behold, you'd be shocked, but this is the truth. He texted me yesterday and he said, I had 2 consults. I just completed one of them and they bought my program. It's like, well, fancy that. Isn't that funny? Your level of necessity dictated your level of activity. And when you have the activity locked in, it's only a matter of time before you start really winning. And man, there are so many people hit me up in Messenger and they're like, man, what's the secret, bruh? What's the one thing you would advise me to do? I'm just getting started. I'm going to change the world and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, who is Who have you invested money? When have you backed yourself into a corner? And the reality is that they haven't. And they don't feel necessarily the need to do something drastic. This is why we're getting into real estate. Yes, it is about asset protection, diversification, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, when you are doing $1 million a month, like what's the reason for you to keep going? I can tell you this, I could not work for the next year and a half and still make the same amount of money. The need for me to grow is no longer attached to my livelihood or my survival. It's an interesting place for you to get to, because when you first start, you're working for other, for security, for your family, and you just got to make sure that you're paying the bills. You got to have the money in the bank, right? Is this right? True or false? When you first get started, what's the motivation? You got to escape a job that you hate, or you have to provide true consistency for the people you love. But you get past that into where you're no longer thinking about survival, and this is where people just get stuck, man. And so what we're doing right now is we're saying, okay, cool. We have way more money in the bank than we know what to do with. We have no reason to keep pushing outside of just hoping that we stay motivated. We're going to back ourselves in. We're getting 6 houses this month. Taking our cash accounts, we're investing it in other things. We're creating a need. You see, we're hacking our necessity. I'm not going to leave my necessity to chance. I'm not going to leave my necessity to just hopefully I wake up motivated, because when inevitably happens is you wake up one day and you're not motivated and you don't have to do anything. I'm going to back myself in, and we're doing that through real estate. We do that through investments. We do that through giving. Giving is a little bit of a different story, because giving also ticks off the contribution box. But I'm telling you, if you're not where you want to be, you need to look at this, because there's a good chance that you're not where you want to be because you don't have to get there. It sounds really simple, but the highest levels of success are always found through the fundamentals, not the complicated intricacies and tactics and hacks and all the stupid that everyone's looking for today. It's about the fundamentals. And if you're not where you want to be, it is probably because you don't have to be there. If you can learn to raise your necessity, raise the meter of necessity. I have to have this more than I have to live. You're going to get it. Any questions about this? Happy to talk. Thank you, Lee. Dad life is amazing. Amazing. My little girl is healthy. She's gained a full pound in the last week, which is a big deal because she was a preemie. So she was born 3 weeks early. When we took her home from the hospital, she was 4 pounds and 15 ounces. That's little. She's a little girl. But man, she is so amazing. We're like madly head over heels in love. And she's the best thing. Dad life is amazing. Natalie says, is it about contribution? It can be. But sometimes it's not. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get filthy rich. I think contribution is really important, but it just depends on you. All right, cool. Well, hey, raise your necessity. You can do it a million different ways. Just make sure you're doing it. It's the biggest risk to you is you get complacent, and all of a sudden you don't have to keep putting in the same level of work that you used to, and so you don't. That's the danger zone. Escape it. All right. See you guys.